trying to talk to a lost nation.
They don't understand it, man.
See all the sin?
I see it.
That's what they want us to do.
Yeah,
They want to see us fall. They want us divided.
for sure.
But we so blinded. You don't understand. It's cause we the chosen.
We the chosen.
I'm telling you, they need to see us sin. They wanna see us fall. They wanna kill us off. They wanna kill us all. They wanna see us sin. They need to see us fall. They wanna kill us off. They wanna kill us all.
Cause we the chosen. 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 Cause we the chosen.
I'm ready to die. Give my life for this. Possessions denied. I would leave my wife for this. I'ma take a stab in. I'ma need a knife for this. Oh, you got millions, but you can't pay no price for this. Oh, you got buildings, but you can't hide your life in this. This is not a cakewalk. Don't ask where the icing is. Headed to the wilderness where all of the bison live. Babylon is burning down and not even the mice gon' live.
We flee in Babylon, but we ain't running afraid. Light with the blonde shade. We was once slaves. The shackles and chains, feeling pain and bruises. Came in the truth viewing Satan's crazy confusion. Reaching the lost, they still don't understand. But Ahayah is more than enough, more than we can even comprehend. And it might take a whole lot of push, but we can make it to the promised land. But the devil trying to foil our plans. You don't understand, they need to see us sin. They wanna see us fall. They wanna kill us off. They wanna kill us all. They wanna see us sin. They need to see us fall. They wanna kill us off. They wanna kill us all.
Cause we the chosen. 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 Cause we the chosen.
What's up, D? Shalom, shalom.
All praises to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High. Yes. It's good to see you on this blessed day. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, like how long you've been, you've known that your identity as an Israelite, and what that's done for you, and what you see the future from here. All right, so take it away, D.
Yeah, well, it's been 7 weeks now since I've known, you know, where I'm from and who I really am, and you know, it's a blessing because you know, I know where I'm heading.
Right.
You know, how can you know where you're going if you don't know where you're from?
That's right. That's right.
So you know, all praises to the Most High. I met Joshua 7 weeks ago.
Okay.
I never met anyone like him, you know. And you can talk the talk, you know, but I put people's, you know, actions with the things that they say, and you know, I definitely think that my brother's real, you know, and he definitely knows what he's talking about. So, you know, I'm gonna try to step up as well and get on the same thing that he's on.
Right. So when you say get on the same thing, do you mean keeping the law, statutes, and commandments?
Yeah, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to myself. You know, getting there. The other day I ordered myself a, you know, Bible and apocryphy and compass, you know, so I know which way to pray and that.
Awesome.
So I'm on it, you know. It actually made me feel good, you know, ordering these things.
Yeah.
Better than buying a pair of trainers and a chain, I'll tell you that. Definitely, man. You know what I mean? Because them things there, they don't lead you nowhere, you know what I mean, bro? Yeah. You're just a slave to them things, isn't it? So,
okay, one last question before we started teaching.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you see yourself, like, from here? If someone was to come to you right now and say, okay, name one main thing that's changed in you since, you said 7 weeks that you've known the truth.
Found out his name, Ahayah.
Okay.
His son, found out his son's name, Ahayah.
Okay.
I also know that loads of the new Bibles and that have been had things edited out of it, and you know, things put in there. Yeah.
Please take heed, confess and start repenting. Replace we with the word and vow retention. Cake forget to mention, this a new dimension. Gotta keep the laws or the fire is your sentence. Know who you are and know where you're headed. Forget about your car and the status of your credit. Follow the commandments and also go and spread it. Follow the commandments and also go and spread it.
beat. Think we really playing for the feet, I guess it's power. What? Kill, destroy, cheat. What you think it gon' stop it? Just cease. See, what he know that it's time left to breathe. If you get a little time, just think. Cause he attacking like a lion.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom. Greetings in the name of the Most High, Ahayah. I hope you're all enjoying your Shabbat. It's very important. In fact, I think, well, in my opinion, because the whole 10 Commandments are key and it's all one. Just like you see in James chapter 1, which we'll go to in a second. It's part of what we're going to be teaching about today. But the whole law is important. But I personally think the Shabbat day is crucially important to keep, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that. No buying, no selling, no cooking, no cleaning, no speaking of your own words. You know, it's very, very important. So before I even go in, I'm just going to introduce myself. My name is Yasharala, and to my right and to your left is Daniel. Okay, so let's say a little greeting, Daniel.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Yes, okay. So Daniel just came into understanding his identity, so he's just sitting with me today. And while I go through the scriptures, it's the first time I've taught in a while. You know, I was doing teachings. If you guys know anything, know about the teachings I was doing a while back as I was awakening to this truth. But there was still a lot of fragments in my understanding which had to be rectified, and you know, the Father had to break me and remold me again, you know, so that I'm not teaching any error. And as we know, according to Isaiah 28, precept must be upon precept. Okay, so we are part of what establishment, organization, if you want to call it that, called Ahayah's Witnesses. And the reason why the Most High has given me that name is because it was always prophesied. It was prophesied right from Isaiah 43, you know, that Ahayah's Witnesses will wake up in this last days. Okay, and this part of this teaching is coming courtesy of the Status Live, which is part of Ahayah's Witnesses, where we answer any of your questions. You know, we have weekly newsletters that we give out, you know, while I'm doing my work in the field. So if you have any questions, I'm going to put my Facebook out on this in this video. You know, hit me on my Facebook. Any questions regarding, I'm not talking about stupid questions, because I really don't have any time for all of that. You know, if you have any genuine questions, I'm ready to deal with your questions. Just because of time's sake, I'm not going to go too much into the details. I'm going to put a lot of the information in the down below. The, what is it called? What's the thing called? Where the description part. You know, so you know, you can basically just directly link me and subscribe to my YouTube, so you can get some more, you know, videos. You know, as more videos. Okay. So first of all, we're just gonna start off with Isaiah. I'm gonna start off. I'm kind of weary because it's getting windy, and because I'm in the library. I'm in Birmingham City. You know, where I'm going to be showing you. This is where the Moors worked. Because, you know, as we know, the Moors were Israelites that ruled in Spain in the Middle Ages. You know, so this is information. That's why you have Moor Gate in London, Moor Street Station just around the corner, because we ruled all of Europe and Spain, and we control the financial sectors. Okay, so I'm not going to go into too much of that. That's not what the teaching is about today. So today is just more of an introduction to the Status Live. Also introducing another branch of Ahayah's Witnesses called Sword Training. Well, I teach my soldiers how to precept. Okay, so you can see the sun's coming in, so it's gonna have to autofocus again. You know, so bear with the video, bear with the starburst effect of the sunlight. But it's good. You know, we're feeling good out here.
Yeah.
Right. So here in Birmingham City, you know, the library, beautiful library, as you can see. Alright, so yes, we're going to start off with Isaiah chapter 43, just to show you why we came up with the name Ahayah's Witnesses. And that's how they started with the Jehovah's Witness. It was popularized by a guy called Heinrich Altward, you know, because they were trying to propagate that name because they knew that Ahayah's witnesses are going to wake up in the last days, and they gave you that name ZEAL, okay, which is that Jehovah, Yahweh, that YHWH tetragrammaton. But I'm going to be going into specific teachings on that because I know a lot of our Israelite brothers are still stumbling on the name. Okay, so let's not get hung up on the name, because actually I'm going to start off with that. I'm going to start with Psalms chapter 138 verse 2, and then we'll go into Isaiah. Okay, so that's why I have a lot of you guys on Facebook. I don't really attack you on the name. If you're going to call on Yah just means deity. It's like God is, we know God is pagan, so that just means a deity, you know, power, you know, but it all has its pagan origin. So you've got to look into all of these things, because Yah was actually the moon god if you go into Babylonian history. Okay, but we're not going to go too much into any of that yet. All I'm just going to go is just introduce this whole thing, and the main topic we're going to be dealing with today is knowing the Most High. Okay, so while we're launching the Status Live blog, as well as Sword Training. Sword Training is going to be completely different than it's affiliated with the Academy, which we're starting up, you know, which is National Ahayah Witness Academy, N.A.W.A. Okay, and also to prepare our soldiers to go out on the field, so that we know our soldiers know how to precept properly, because you're going to have a lot of demons out there constantly attacking. You know, we don't have any, you know, we can't afford to be weak, because this word is living and active. It's sharper than any two-edged sword. This is our weapon. Our weapons our warfare are not carnal, but mighty to the pulling down of strongholds. So when we go out there, we need to be equipped with the word, make sure that we're precepting properly. Also, no different from any of this other cults out there. We're no different from any of these religions out there that are teaching all this nonsense, you know, because they don't precept, and they don't care to precept. They're given to emotions, and this is what the generation that we're in today, we're given to too much emotions. We put emotions over truth. So if it makes you feel good, you know, yeah, I just don't like the sound of that. Who cares if you like the sound of that? It's about the truth. It's the truth that's going to set you free. John 8:32. Okay, so let's go straight in. Psalms chapter 138 verse 2. I will worship towards thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness, for thy truth. For thou hast magnified thy word above all thy name. Okay, so we can quickly get a precept on truth when we go to Psalms chapter 119 verse. I'm going to try to make this try to make it graphic, so that you can see, you know, you get all the precepts that I'm putting out, because I know a lot of you are a bit slow because Christianity has destroyed us as a people, especially for you Christians that are watching these videos today. Okay, so we're going to precept truth. Precept is a law. When you look at what precept itself actually means, so that's why it says precept must. Is a commandment that precept, because when you're dealing with the word of the Most High, according to 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 11, you got to speak as the oracle of the Most High. Just like an ambassador, when an ambassador goes to represent a country, you have to represent the country. You got to represent the king. We're representing the king Yeshua, so we have to speak his words, not our words. So that's why we have to come from the book, and that's why it says in Isaiah 34, you know, read out of the book. Okay, so Psalms chapter 119 verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Thy law is the truth. So when we go back to Psalms 138 verse 2 now, when it says, I will worship towards thy holy temple and praise thy name for thy loving kindness and for thy truth. It's talking about the laws, for your laws. For thou have magnified thy word above thy name. So the Most High puts you keeping the law, statutes, and commandments above you knowing his name. But we see in Revelation 14 that the elect are going to be sealed with his name on their forehead, which means that in their mind it's all going to be all about Ahayah, which is the name given to Moses in Genesis chapter 3 verse 14. But we're not dealing with the name today. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the name. So now I'm just going to give you the precept that I was going to give you in Isaiah 43, about how, you know, they knew about that our witness is going to be waking up in the last days. And you can see in Revelations 11 as well, where the two witnesses came out. Okay, and they represent, if you look at Zechariah, Joshua and Zerubbabel, which will come out in this last days. And my name, N.A.W.A.A.CH. That's why a lot of people, brothers that don't understand the name, you can stone me all you want, but Ahayah is not the name of the Messiah. It's not the name of our Mashiach. His name is Yeshaya. Okay, I'm going to do a completely separate teaching on that. Maybe in the next video we'll deal with the name fully, but we need to go into it intensively. But today we're just introducing it, and then we're going to touch on knowing the Most High, what it means to know the Most High. Okay, so you still with me? Right. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 10 says, "Ye are my witnesses, saith the Most High, and my servants whom I have chosen." Okay, that ye may know and believe and understand that I am He. Before me there is no other power formed, neither shall there be after me. I am Ahayah, and besides me there is no other Savior. I have declared and have saved and have showed, and when there was no strange God among you, therefore ye are my witnesses, saith the Most High, that I am Ahayah. So this is the main thing. This is why, you know, the Most High sent me to, you know, witness His name, and this, you know, and to get a body of people together, stand up, just like we see in Ezekiel 37. It's going to be an exceedingly great army. It's going to stand up in the last days. We're going to be witnessing the name of the Most High. Okay, so on that note, now we're just going to go straight into the main teaching today.
On the week, bringing havoc on his path, his mind on the seat. He ain't happy to empower in his feet. But my savior from the village of Galilee, I'm willing to lose all any and everything. I know about all the plots of the enemy, so I'm aware that he plot no killing me. So for you, will Ahayah please strengthen me? Cause with you, Lord, I can face anything. Until you will, Lord Ahayah, I'm surrendering. I'm surrendering.
They need to see us sin. They wanna see us fall. They wanna kill us off. They wanna kill us.